Zuma.
Watch live video. Mega right. So man, only watch live video right now. Mega right.
Anytime from now, the parade will transition from slow march to quick march.
Okay, funny.
You booked, make up. I say not so. How will make us so? I will get it 8 months. How I was Alex having future goes up. I like it.
Let me do another reminder.
1,102 that during the process.
That you have to stand
They said you want to get Anya
and
and
respect the salute of the Vice President. Each time we hear eyes right, that's a salute for the Vice President.
August 10. I see your man, this girl, they put yeah, there are 6 police officers, you know.
Honorable Vice President, sir. Superintendent Samuel Moore, Parade Commander. DSP Augustine Cabo, DSP Aisha Bangura, DSP Alpha Conte, DSP Alpheus Mascot, DSP Daniel Suvula, DSP Michael Vincent, I think they deserve a round of applause. Can you give them a round of applause, please?
I see guys. No, I know.
President Squad! Turn the legend into light! Left up! Into light! Quick! President Squad! Jamiolet! 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 We hold in a Colombo plateau. Number 1 plateau lady.
Excellent. Excellent. And that's the last platoon. They've all been halted now. We are moving to another phase of the parade.
President Squad! In open or not? Right dress!
No, can PTS, can his junction, can police training school, can enter. They don't start. They are busy, so just cancel.
So, what you can do next? This
That was done by
President Squad! Up, down, up!
Honorable Vice President. Shall we all rise for?
Honorable Vice President, sir, permission to stand the parade at ease while the Commandant Plateau come out for demonstration, sir.
Come on,
The Vice President has just granted permission for us to witness the demonstration to be done by the Commandant Platoon.
President Squad! Stand down! East! Commandant Plateau, Commander, take over the parade. Officers stand in the
For your information, the Commandant platoon, from experience, is composed of the best recruits in terms of drill. They are chosen through a regimental process.
That was the wrong one.
Somebody don't follow. I can't police. I don't know. I see medics.
Honorable Vice President. Honorable Vice President, sir. Thank you. Thank you, Commander. Let me emphasize that this is a silent drill. It requires total concentration for precision. I therefore will urge that we keep our peace and allow the performance to go on, and then we can acknowledge their performance, whether it is excellent or otherwise, after they will have done the last action. Thank you very much.
Traffic
Yes, yeah. I got another case going on. I got it now. Camera. I said, I don't go by camera. He said, wants camera. Then, soon. Right. You won't get panic. Maybe I will get game. Well done. Plateau.
So can you give them a round of applause?
Yeah, let me do see you speak for me. Take two.
It's a job well done.
The man they do see that they used to.
A salute for the Honorable Vice President.
Now live you dey do so, they don't put hand on, they go snap it. Can't for listen.
Thank you, sir.
So it depends how you get keep us safe. They show small, small photography.
See the level that all the force, I always
It's wonderful, eh? Thank you, thank you, thank you.
Ambulance squad! Attention! Shut down! Up! Guards! We advance in review order! Commandant guard! Forward in front with man!
Well done, well done, well done.
The Honorable Vice President, sir.
I did a good business.
National salute! Present up! Sir, permission to stand the parade at ease for the award to be followed by your speech, sir. President Squad! Stand marches!
We have
Officers,
4 awards.
stand easy.
We have 4 awards. There is going to be award for best drill, top shot, best behave, and the best all-round recruit. For the very first one, let me invite the CDS to deliver the award for the best drill recruit. And that recruit is recruit number 23157, Geneva Jallo. Geneva Calon. And so the name again is recruit 23157, Geneva Calon. Best drill recruit. Thank you, sir. Indeed. Well deserved. The next award is for the top shot. And that one goes to recruit 22531. That's the award for the best shot, top shot. Recruit 22531, Patient Musa. Thank you, sir. The next award is for best hit, and that one goes to recruit number 22232, Haja Kamaya, and to be delivered by Madam Matilda Donicelli. And that's the beautiful wife of the Inspector General of Police.
Best drill.
And that's the award for best drill. Thank you, ma'am. The last but not the least, in fact, the most elevating, it goes to it is for the best all-round recruit, the best all-round recruit, and that one is going to be delivered by no less person than the guest of honor, the Honorable Vice President of the Republic of Sierra Leone and Chairman of the Police Council. Code 22206, Sia Jama. Code 06, Jama.
Commander's presence. And this year I not one for nothing.
Please all you could say a job. Thank you, Honorable Vice President. Invite our Chief Executive Officer and our first gentleman in the Sierra Police, the Inspector General, Mr. William Fansel, to give his statement.
Honorable Vice President of the Republic of Sierra Leone, Dr. Mohamed, Ministers of State here present, members of Parliament here present, members of the Diplomatic and Consular Corps here present, the National Security Coordinator, Chief of Defense Staff, other colleagues in the security sector, President Police Wives Association, Mrs. Matilda Selu, and the company of mannequins here present today, officers, men and women of the Sierra Police here present, good morning. I must start by welcoming you to this personal ceremony of R123 recruits, comprising 1,100 recruits, 803 male and 207 female. This basic recruit training for these graduating recruits actually commenced on the 16th of April and lasted for 7 months. It is sad to note that during this period, we lost, with the call of death, 2 of them. Recruit number 23273, Mohammed Fofana, who died of illness, and shockingly, recruit number 22308, Ramatu Sise, she died in a road accident in discharge of her duties at the Mambore checkpoint. The third did not die. He fell by the wayside, like the Bible, where we have the Bible of the sword. He was caught in possession of drugs. And in this organization, we have no sacred cow. So we have to dismiss him, and he's now facing trial in court. This one goes as a clear message to each and every person standing there. The Honorable Vice President, let me report that this is a hybrid training of operational support and normal general duty training. This decision to have this training is predicated on the fact that we need to position our people to meet the challenges of policing in the future. This basic recruit training curriculum is structured in a way that helps us to bring out the best in the recruits with a view to prepare them for future challenges. The training for these recruits was categorized into two: general duty and the operational support. For the general duty policing, the topics covered included but not limited to basic recruiting duties, introduction to law, community policing, crime and evidence, contemporary issues such as human rights and gender issues, road safety management, and several other issues were taught to them in this particular section. For the operational policing, the topics included public order management, weapon handling, field tactics, major events policing, and security facilities. It is to be noted that current and emerging crime trends require the police to be better trained and equipped to counter and address the challenges associated with securing our communities. It is for this reason that the management gaps within the Sierra Leone police and then develop training curricula to address these gaps. Let me state that these recruits passing out today have been better trained and prepared to stand the test of time and to also face the demands of policing the state and citizens of Sierra Leone. Like all other human beings, they are not infallible. It is for this reason that we have preemptively put in place the necessary safeguards and internal control mechanisms meant to checkmate and curtail any excesses of our police officers. I wish to reiterate that we have the Directorate of Public Operational Standards, which handles issues of alleged unprofessional conduct of police officers. At all levels in the SLP, we have the Complaints, Discipline and Internal Investigation Department, the CDID, and the Integrity Management Committee. Both the CDID and the IMC help us to fight indiscipline, graft, and other forms of infraction on the Police Discipline Regulation 2001. Even as I congratulate you on the successful completion of the basic recruit training, let me remind you that you have chosen to become members of an institution that is mandated to fight crime and deter crime in our society. An institution that has the cyber capability to fight local and transnational organized crime. An institution that is anchored on the West African Police Information System, WAPIS platform, which is linked to other West African law enforcement agencies in the fight against terrorism, organized crime, money laundering, kidnapping, and so forth. An institution that cooperates with other statutory bodies to maintain the security of the state. An institution that contributes to international peace and security. An institution that makes it possible for businesses to thrive because of the quality of service we provide. An institution that practices local needs policing. A policing strategy that meets the needs and expectations of our local communities, but reflect national standards and objectives. All of these have made the SLP a community-oriented and people-centered organization which prides itself as a force for good. As you opt to join the Sierra Leone Police, we expect you to be prepared to maintain the ideals and culture of the institution and to exhibit the highest standards of professionalism in the day-to-day discharge of your duties. I should also let you know that the Sierra Leone Police maintains a zero-tolerance policy on drug intake and abuse for personnel, irrespective of rank. Let it be known that no one in the SLP is considered a sacred cow, as we are all amenable to the law. The policy is straight and simple. If you are caught in drug intake and abuse, you will be dismissed from the force and then criminally prosecuted. Be informed that we have dismissed several colleagues for drug intake, abuse, and possession. Therefore, there is no way we can renege on that policy. Let me also use this moment to give you the good news. You have been opportune to enlist into an institution that has successfully policed one of the most peaceful elections ever conducted in the history of Sierra Leone. The brilliance and professionalism exemplified by the SLP and other members of the security sector has won the institution praises and commendations, both nationally and internationally. Of particular mention among the accolades received are from the All Political Party Association, the Independent Commission for Peace and National Cohesion, and of course, the ECOWAS Commission Chairperson. He extended an invitation to the Sierra Leone Police to participate in an experience sharing session with our counterparts in Liberia, on which occasion we are well represented. As you pass out from here today, you seem to posted to various regions and police divisions. We therefore expect you to join your colleagues in maintaining law and order, protecting lives and property, enforcing laws, apprehending and prosecuting of offenders, and preventing and detecting of crime. We have to do this with sympathy, courtesy, fairness, understanding, and above all, observing the tenets of the rule of law. At this point, I'm pleased to thank His Excellency the President and the government of Sierra Leone, His Excellency retired Engineer Dr. Joseph for the continuous support to the SLP. As part of this human capacity development and youth empowerment agenda, we've been able to recruit over 5,000 able men and women in the past 5 years. Like Oliver Twist, we'll ask for more. To increase the numerical strength of the SLP will only be possible with the support and approval of the government of Sierra Leone. We direct provider of funds for all basic recruit training and career development trainings at local and international levels. Installed in specific locations in the city to improve on our capacity to fight crime. The SLP has established a drone corridor with 10 drones which has the capacity to fly for 4 hours. All of these ones will help us to have first-hand pictorial evidence on incidents. We've also acquired 3 fiber boats to support our operations in the maritime domain. I will be remiss in my duty if I fail to thank the Honorable Vice President, who doubles as Chairman of the Police Council, for his constant support for the realization of the vision of the SLP. Honorable Vice President, sir, I must admit that you have been a pillar of strength and a source of inspiration to my leadership and the entire Sierra Leone Police. You have unwaveringly supported every developmental and policy drive of the institution. We at the EMB will continue to count on your support in fulfilling the mandate and core functions of the institution. I'm also obliged at this point to extend our gratitude to the diplomatic community and our development partners who have been supporting the SLP in the area of capacity building and logistics support. In addition to the local trainings, we have supported our personnel at all levels. We've been getting support for overseas training from the United States Embassy, the British High Commission, the Chinese Embassy, the Indian Embassy, the Egyptian Embassy, the Nigerian High Commission, and several other local organizations. We will continue to count on your support for local and overseas trainings for our personnel to make the SLP better. Finally, let me, on behalf of the EMB, rank and file of SLP, thank the Directorate of Training and all instructors and trainers on this campus. You have done a marvelous job, for which the entire management owe you a great debt of gratitude. Continue to deliver on your mandate as we embark on this journey of capacitating our personnel to deliver effective policing services to the people of Sierra Leone. I thank you all for your attention.
The moment has come. Indeed, the moment has come. Let me now invite our guest of honor and reviewing officer, the Honorable Vice President of the Republic of Sierra Leone, Dr. Commandant to deliver
Thank you very much. Kindly sit down, please. Honorable Minister, respect Sierra Leone Police. Today, we just witnessed the parade, and we are here to put the final respect to the recruitment of gallant, and we just realized, we just witnessed that the 4 best recruits that got award in this passing out are female recruits. Congratulations. This is very important because over the years, His Excellency President Julius Maada Bio have emphasized and have legislated that we need to increase women participation in governance and more importantly in all walks of life. Today I am personally pleased as the chairman of the Police Council to witness that the four best recruits of this year's passing out are female police. Congratulations again. For all of you, on behalf of His Excellency the President, Dr. Julius Maada Bio, let me congratulate you for joining an institution that has got a lot of expectations. Congratulations to all of you as we welcome you to join the ranks of the Sierra Leone Police Force. I also want to use this opportunity to thank the Inspector General of Police and the leadership and the entire leadership of the Sierra Leone Police Force for the work you have done over the years. Like the Inspector General just said, for the last couple of years, we have progressively increased the force, the manpower of the Sierra Leone Police Force. Today, we are witnessing yet the passing out of 1,100 young officers. And I want to assure the Inspector General and the leadership of the police that government is going to support additional recruitment to the police force. Like I said, you are entering the Sierra Leone Police at a very, very challenging time in the history of this country and also in the history of the West Africa sub-region. At a time when Sierra Leoneans and West African citizens have high expectations of the police, and we have to meet our responsibility to maintain law and order, and more importantly to defend the territorial integrity of this country. We just came out from an election that has been categorized, that has been labeled as the most peaceful election in the history of this country. And we could not do that without the police and the ARSLA. So today I want to use the opportunity to thank the security and the defense forces in this country and the entire security architecture for supporting the 2023 elections and for making His Excellency Dr. Julius Maada Bio very proud. You see, in the last 5 years, we as a government have tried to improve the professionalism of the Sierra Leone Police. And make no mistake, when you talk about professionalism, it has a price. We, from the government, have divided that into 3 broad categories. The first one is the welfare, to improve the conditions of service of the Sierra Leone Police. Over the last years, we have increased the salaries and the benefit of the Sierra Leone Police that no government has done since independence. And we will continue to improve on the welfare of the Sierra Leone police. We are also going to improve on the housing. You know, there's a lot of challenge on the housing capabilities so that we will be able to house you in decent conditions, decent living conditions. The second category is the tools that we need to give you so that you can do your work. It involves first improving the mobility capacity of the Sierra Leone police. In the last 5 years, we have progressively increased the fleets of the Sierra Leone police. We have done our best to increase the mobility of the Sierra Leone police, both in terms of additional vehicles and trucks. The Inspector General just mentioned about the 3 fiber boats that we have acquired to improve the policing of the waterways. We have also bought several motorbikes to improve rural mobility. And I want to assure you that we are going to increase the number of motorbikes so that we can increase rural policing, particularly in very remote areas. We have been progressively building new outlets. You all know, since I became the chairman of the police council, I have participated in the launching of so many new offices. And be rest assured we are going to continue on that. The third and most important area to improve professionalism is in the area of training. The Inspector General just mentioned that you have gone through 6 to 7 months of training. In addition to that, you also have the opportunity to apply for additional training, particularly at tertiary institutions. And as a government, we have made it a priority to ensure that public servants from the police, from the army, and also from the health sector, when you apply to go to university, we provide you with that opportunity. In addition to that, we make sure that you get Sierra Leone government grant in it so that you go to higher education without you paying. In the area of training, we continue to encourage and we continue to support officers, particularly junior, middle rank and high level officers, to go out for international training. We have seen senior officers in the Sierra Leone police that have gone to several staff colleges. Just recently, about 20 officers came from China for a middle-level professional training. We also continue to support your participation in international assignments. International assignment provides 3 opportunities. First, it gives you opportunity to improve your learning skills. So when you travel out of this country, when you participate in UN peacekeeping or the African Union peacekeeping like we have in Somalia, in Darfur, you have the opportunity to learn. You also have the opportunity to improve yourself. And you also get the opportunity to have additional revenue. And I'm very proud and I want to thank the Inspector General personally on behalf of the Police Council for the effort he has made to expose the Sierra Leone police to international opportunities, including international training. Distinguished ladies and gentlemen, I have just highlighted the so many things that this government has done for the security and defense forces. Now, I want to highlight the responsibilities. They normally say, to whom much is given, much is expected. I don't want to repeat what the Inspector General of Police has just said. We expect high professionalism from you. We expect the best of behavior from you. And more importantly, we expect discipline from you. Since 2018, we have made it a standing order that we will not tolerate any indiscipline, particularly in the security and defense forces. We have over the years dismissed several officers, police officers, as well as military officers who have displayed gross indiscipline and lack of professionalism. And be rest assured that is going to continue. So you have a responsibility to be the best, because you are an epitome of law and order. You should demonstrate that in your everyday endeavor. Discipline is very important. That is why as a government we are paying the price to support you, to support your welfare, to support your professionalism, and more importantly to support your upward mobility in terms of training and skills. You all know that we have established the Sierra Leone Peacekeeping and Law Enforcement Academy. That is one of its kind in the sub-region. That will give you an opportunity to train, so that at the end of the day, you will have the opportunity to participate in international missions. On that note, I want to assure you on behalf of His Excellency the President that we will continue to support the Sierra Leone Police with the finances that is needed for you to do your work, but we expect that discipline and professionalism should be the order of the day. And I also want to use this opportunity to clearly state that this government has taken a very strong stand on push and illicit use of drugs. We have defined a multi-step and a multifaceted approach to fighting push. We are combining that with the force, with law and order, as well as psychosocial support. And the Ministry of Internal Affairs and the Ministry of Social Welfare are taking a lead on this. Be rest assured, this is a fight we are going to fight, and this is the fight we are going to win. I just want to assure Sierra Leoneans that we are on it, and be rest assured that this is a fight this government is going to win. On that positive note, let me, on behalf of His Excellency the President, once again congratulate all of you for formally joining the Sierra Leone Police today. And also, on behalf of the Police Council, to thank you and to thank the Inspector General and the leadership of the Sierra Leone Police for the excellent work you have done over the years. And to assure you that as Chairman of the Police Council, you will get my utmost support, and we will continue to support the Sierra Leone Police so that you deliver on the policing need of the ordinary citizens of this country to maintain law and order. Because it is with law and order we will create a stable environment, and it is with stable environment we are going to attract the kind of investment we need. And it is with those investments that will assure the development of this country. On that note, I want you to know that the peace, development and democracy of this country rest on the shoulders of the Sierra Leone Police. And you have a lot of expectations. And I want to urge you to live up to that expectations. On that positive note, I want to thank you very much and wish you all the best today for this passing out ceremony. Assalamu alaikum.
The Honorable Vice President.
Officers, stand easy. We shall now give the chair to the Honorable Vice President of the Republic of Sierra Leone. Hip, hip, hip! Hip, hip, hip! Hip, hip, hip! God! We replace headrest. Replace. God! Attention! We shall now sing the school song, starting with the back. Ready?
Honorable Vice President.
Sir, end of parade. Permission to march out, sir.
Thank you, sir.
President Squad! Senator Rising Prince! Rising!
We have come to the end of the parade. To march off the field.
Commandant's gone! Run, run! Quick! Back!
Left, right, smack, guy. Left, small one for them. Don't gaze now. Still don't gaze.
President, come!
Choose left, right, smack, and they always choose woman. They don't know why.
President! Let's...
I don't go to the right side of the cover, not to parade with it.
The Honorable Vice President is now going to receive the last set of salutes. Thank you, Commander.
thank you. I don't try. Well done, ladies.
Thank you, and this is how we end it. This is how we end it for today. I've been your host, ACP Brahma Kamara. Okay, tomorrow there is going to be an announcement with regards to postings. Please make sure you converge here, and then vehicles will be available to take you home. Not home. When I mean home, I mean your divisions.
Well, viewers, now so we go sign out. You don't listen to the various speakers, then we talk, and also you don't listen to the keynote address from the Vice President of the Republic of Sierra Leone. And also you listen within the Inspector General himself talk, and you don't see how police themselves don't parade. And so go say tata. And always stay tuned to Sierra Network Salon for they get the very best of broadcasting where they have police our country, Mama Salon.